What's good with my people, man? Y'all know we back with another reaction, another banger. Man, welcome back if you ain't new to the channel. If you've been here, I know a lot of y'all been letting me know you've been here since day one. I'm grateful, truly grateful. I appreciate it. We're gonna grow together. And if y'all ain't been here and y'all new to the channel, man, well, go ahead, like this video if you make it all the way through. If you like the vibes here, go ahead and comment what you want to see below and give me some feedback, and hit that bell so you always notified. I drop, like, as of lately, I've been dropping like every day this week. I've been trying to grind, like, I got my foot on the gas. I'm enjoying this content that I've been reacting to. I enjoy what, you know, we've been building. Y'all been joining, subbing up. I appreciate it, man. I'm loving all this. The videos, they've been the highlight of my life, man. So with no further ado, we're gonna get right into this one. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy, man. Let's go.
Video of something that will be invisible until it was seen through a certain lens. Check it out real quick.
Yo.
Now that video could have easily just been edited or CGI, but this did remind me of something. In the 1920s, a scientist named Walter Kilner claimed that he could see a human's aura or spirit by compressing a chemical called dicyanin between two glass panes and looking through it. This chemical, when combined with infrared technology, also apparently had the ability to see demons and entities that were not of this world. Now, I'm not sure if those claims are true, but I do find it interesting that back in 2010, someone recreated Dr. Kilner's glasses to the T and tried to sell it to the general public until shortly after he completely disappeared along with his website. And although fact checkers and mainstream science deny that dicyanin has any supernatural properties, it's hard to confirm for sure since this chemical is not easily obtainable. But what do you think? I have another video of someone catching strange objects in the sky, but only seen through a lens. I want you to check it out and leave your opinion about all this in the comments.
This is weird. You can't see it until I put the sunglasses. You can't see it without the sunglasses.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before. That's crazy.
Right. NASA doesn't say it's flat. It just says, this report derives and defines a set of linearized system matrices of a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Yep. There you go. NASA doesn't say it, right? NASA.gov. You can search it yourself. But it's right here. This is their handbook, their documents. You can copy that link and go to it. It's page 35. And so yeah, there you go.
Okay. I haven't went to NASA, but I will make my rounds to do that today. To anybody watching this who disagrees with the Earth being flat, go to NASA. Before you comment on this video, go to NASA.com, check those documents, screenshot it, and put it in the comments and let me know, or DM me on Instagram and show me that it doesn't say that. And if it doesn't say that, I'll personally reach back out and say, I was wrong. I thought the Earth was flat. But you right. But if you find some information on NASA's website and it says exactly what this man in this video just said it said, then you better don't get in the comments, bro, talking about that. Don't get in the comments, bro. Cause y'all be coming in the comments talking about the Earth ain't flat and all this, and y'all stand on y'all, what y'all say? Hey, if y'all research don't match what it's supposed to match, man, pass me up. I don't want to hear nothing. Save it, bro. Save it. Go tell somebody else who care, because I don't really care, bro.
So if the Earth isn't flat, then how is the current world record distance for a photograph 273.4 miles? That's 9.4 miles of missing curvature between these 2 points. Because the mountains that we're looking at here is 15,700 feet, and if there's about 5,000 feet in a mile, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, the mountain would only be 3 miles tall, and there's 9 miles. But unfortunately for all of the heliosexuals out there, this is happening all over world. This one you can see from 190 miles away, guys. There's no curvature to the Earth. This skyline, Chicago skyline from 60 miles away. It's not a mirage, guys. It's just reality. No distortion means no curvature, guys.
A film crew went to Antarctica and may have found something that could have changed the world. In November of 2002, a film crew from California went to Antarctica to make a video for the production company Atlantis TV. At the time, satellite imagery was pretty new and had not been censored much yet, so people were finding strange anomalies sticking out of the Arctic ice. These anomalies, coupled with reports that the US government was sending military equipment down to Antarctica, made the crew suspicious that there was more happening there than the public knew, which prompted them to go on this investigation in the first place. However, while in Antarctica, the entire crew disappeared and to this day are still missing. Navy SEALs were then dispatched to go and find them, and although they were never found, they did find a tape that was left by the film crew. The tape apparently had video footage of ancient ruins frozen beneath the ice and other things that they couldn't specify. The story is pretty old, so it's hard to confirm the authenticity or the accuracy of it, but I did find another video of something strange caught in Antarctica. I want you guys to check it out, and then let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
The reptilians have a whole city or a whole civilization down there in Antarctica. Y'all know it's roped off and restricted from us being down there, right? Okay. If they went missing, and in the other clips the other guy went missing, come on, bro. We know what happened to these people, bro. We know what happened to them. Maybe, man, we know what happened to him. I'm willing to bet, bro, my last dollar, if there was ruins under there, and we know what's down there, and we restricted from going there, come on, why they didn't just, that was probably they, I shouldn't say this, but that's probably their dinner, bro. They probably, yeah, them reptilians went in on them, bro. They went in on them. Come on, let's stop being, like, let's be honest. It happened. It happened. We know it did.
Strap in. It is about to get wild. I got some crazy. Look. Highest alert over Outbreak. Okay? Usually I don't even get into the article, but let's get into the article. So I told you like 2 days ago they were going to have a meeting. Here's what happened at that meeting, okay? They are saying it is spreading so fast, rapidly across the world, that it has to be a global, international concern. Okay? They are issuing recommendations which will spur countries to take action to stop transmission of the virus. Now please tell me, what is something that countries would need to do to take global action to stop the transmission of the virus that I've been saying? Global lockdown.
Bro, it's crazy, boy.
All right, these are the people that were on Epstein Island. Confirmed by multiple sources. Bill Clinton, George Mitchell, Alex Baldwin, Ralph Fiennes, George Hamilton, Dustin Hoffman, Kevin Spacey, Liz Hurley, Laura Hunt, Janice Dixon, Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, Henry Kissinger, which may be one of the most evil men in the world.
Yes, yes.
Joan Rivers, Courtney Love, Mick Jagger, Courtney Guest, Phil Collins, Simon LeBon, Charlie Rose of PBS, Richard Branson, Candace Bushel, Tom Ford, Vera Wang, Nadia Byerlin, Co Stark, and here's some more. Seth Green, James Gunn, Dan Schneider, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Stephen Colbert, Kevin Spacey, Kathy Griffin, Oprah Winfrey, Sean Carter, Beyonce Knowles, Anthony Kiedis, John Legend, Christy Teigen, Jim Carrey, Steven Tyler, Ben Affleck, Stephen Collins, Will Ferrell, Eminem, Jeffrey Jones, Victor Salva, Mark Rector, Charlie Sheen, Tyler Grasham, Madonna, Catherine Hudson, Gwen Stefani, Stefani Germota, James Franco, Will Smith. Oh, has Will Smith been in the news lately? Justin Rowland, John Cusack, Anderson Cooper, Demi Moore, Brian Affleck, Meryl Streep, Wanda Sykes, Chelsea Handler, Michelle Wolf, Pharrell Williams, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Downey Jr. They are petrified of that list and what those films getting out. They have all the videos of all those people in there.
Really?
Yep. It's gonna get ugly. They're in panic mode.
So are they gonna release those videos? Or what do they do with them?
I'm told that, well, it's looking like they're holding it back, that one person has control of that, but I am told other people have them and are going to release them at the right time. So we shall see.
Man, y'all seen that picture of the Island Boys with Jeffrey Epstein?
Have accidentally unleashed an apex predator in Antarctica? On February 13th, 2021, a post popped up on a Google Earth thread appearing to show what looked like a giant spider in a Google Earth image of Antarctica. And a user with the name Son of Antanon showed up claiming to be the foremost expert on the subject, even going as far as to post these pictures of a commemorative plaque and wall clock proving that his father was indeed stationed as a medical doctor at McMurdo Base in Antarctica. If these videos about the paranormal, supernatural, secret, hidden history interest you, click the link in my bio and subscribe to my brand new YouTube channel. Antanon claims that for an 11-month period in the 90s, his father was the sole medical doctor at McMurdo Research Base in Antarctica. He would pretty regularly accompany scientists and armed soldiers on expeditions that would routinely take 5-mile detours around certain areas. And in certain instances, while taking these detours, he thought he could make out the outline of buildings in these areas. He said the site that they most regularly had to detour around was roughly 30 miles south and 10 miles east of his location, which is here. During this thread, one of the other Anons in the chat started doing some Google Earth snooping in that exact area and found this bizarre giant monolith with the bottom half blurred out. The doctor befriended a 10-year veteran of the site, and once they were a little bit closer, he asked him, "Hey, why do we avoid those areas?" But the doctor just went pale and told him to shut up and then reported him to his commanding officer. Since Antanon's dad was the only medical doctor on site, he was also the pathologist, so the person that takes care of the bodies. And he was becoming very suspicious because he really didn't think this would be as big of a part of his job as it ended up being. There were a lot of casualties and some really strange injuries, like fully severed limbs and bodies found in half. But conveniently, since the remains were almost always frozen, he was always instructed to list the cause of death as hypothermia. He did try to go about it the right way. He tried talking to people, but either they knew nothing or they would just clam up and report him, so he basically just started rifling through people's shit, which usually I'm against, but at this point I'm all for it. The dude's an absolute mad lad. And if you don't think this is the absolute perfect stock photo for this next segment, you're crazy and I don't care. So while he was rifling through the workstation of one of the higher level researchers, he found a drawer full of journals. And these journals were full of information about what Antanon would call striders. From what he could tell, these creatures were found while the researchers were taking bore samples, which is when they drill big chunks of the ice out. Of course, they thought these creatures were dead because they were surrounded by ice that was at least hundreds of thousands of years old. But of course, upon thawing them out, a couple of them animated and violently escaped and had since become a huge nuisance for anyone or anything operating within that area of the research base. Now, Antanon's dad would go on to discover a lot more about these spiders, and it kind of seems like they're just one of many entry points into why Antarctica is so secretive and important. So comment part 2 if this interests you.
Damn, giant spiders like that, bro. Some big muff.
Dog, this is him at the fight 2 hours ago. This is him after he left the hotel. Okay? So this is within a 2-hour time period. Dog, you can obviously see that the shit is longer in this picture than in this picture. Okay? So now I'm gonna explain to you why this nigga mustache is longer. People say that this might be a fucking clone of Tupac. I don't even call them niggas crazy. Because dog, can't no nigga explain why his mustache is longer in this one than it is in this one. You don't even know when this picture was really released. This picture obviously wasn't released on September 7th as soon as he got shot. Nigga, this picture probably could have got released after he had died, my nigga. Explain to me where the keys at. Moving on, dog. Nigga, there ain't no keys in that car. Why ain't there no keys in that car, my nigga? You're not gonna see no red reflection on this window. Now, why is the red reflection on the window important? They said they was at a red light, right? This is Tupac's car, and this is the nigga in front of him, and this is the red light. So I think you would be able to see anybody that has seen a car on the road. You know that there's gonna be a red reflection from the red light on the goddamn window. So where's the motherfucking red reflection, dog? These niggas ain't throwing these hand signs up for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you ask any of these niggas right now, what's the Illuminati? They gonna say, oh, I don't know.
I told y'all in my last video, I done been around the music business. I done been in, not in certain parties, but I walked to the door of a certain party and they told me, in order to get in, you gotta do a lot. I'm not about to go in detail, but yeah, like, I've seen certain things. Like, I know of certain things in the music industry, and I mean, he making some key points, bro. He making some key points. Like, and the cloning, that stuff real, bro. That stuff real. Like, I don't think some people understand, like, cloning be real. Sometimes they're like with the wisdom teeth. Like, yeah, how somehow with wisdom teeth they could like stop your soul from damn near being reincarnated, and they'll use it to clone you in a way. Yeah, like some research I've done, I've came across certain videos and I've heard those analogies, and I don't think they too far off. Yeah, some of it could be lacking some type of truth, but some of it has a lot of truth in it as well. And he's not too far off with his statement. He is coming up with valid points. Tupac, one of my favorite rappers. But being aware of how the music industry is, I'm not saying that it ain't possible that he's wrong. Like, yeah, I love Pac to death, but I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I love him so much to the point where this dude's wrong. Like, no, I'm gonna take it into consideration and I'm gonna do my research. And if I come out and be like, damn, he right, Pac's still gonna be one of my favorite artists. That don't stop the fact that he dropped some type of, you know, knowledge and game in his music. Yeah, but hey, on to the next one.
Mainstream fake news finally admits what conspiracy theorists have been saying all along. There are thousands of toxic chemicals that are being added to the food and water supply. I wonder what made them finally address this. Plastic wrap on your microwavable foods is poison, and microwaving it is also poison too. Are they posting this article to try to make it seem like they actually care about you? Maybe, but nail polish is toxic. The chemicals in there absorb through your nails and end up depositing in your organ. Birth defects, hormone disruption, disrupts melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. Canned food, poison. The FDA never considers the overall effect of these 10,000 chemicals on people's health. I kind of thought that was their job. Now here it's saying kids basically get dumber each year from all these poisons, and it could affect the economy. Also could affect the human race. Low dose poison day by day. Is this an attempt to make you weak?
Listen, as a former Christian and a pastor's daughter turned spiritual consultant and religious deconstruction advocate, I am not here to challenge the beliefs of anybody. I'm simply here to tell y'all why the shit never made sense to me. I could never understand how we spent so much time in church, Sunday after Sunday, Wednesday after Wednesday, service after service, dissecting and condemning our egos while completely ignoring God's. Hear me out. God is supposed to be a perfect being. What would be the point in a perfect being creating imperfection? Because a perfect being is not going to create imperfection on accident, otherwise they are not perfect, meaning they had to create as a perfect being imperfection on purpose. And some of the scholars I've had this conversation with have said maybe God wanted to study imperfection. The fuck would God need to study imperfection for if he's perfect and all-knowing? If you were all-knowing, you would know what imperfection is without ever having to create it. You wouldn't even need to experience it, which leads us down the same pathway of how did he create a whole bunch of angels and not know that they were going to rebel against him in his own house? He did. And then he continued to create them anyways, waited until they rebelled, cast his enemy down into the same place he was going to put his new creation. Did he want us to have a fighting chance or not? If that wasn't bad enough, then he commanded and demanded that creation be subservient to him. You're all powerful. What do you need me to do for you? I'm giving you all the praise, all the glory, all the honor, all the worship to make you feel good? Because you have an ego? Around here telling people don't be envious of one another, but I'm a jealous God. Sir! Why would you even give consciousness the possibility of being able to conjure up somebody else to worship if you ain't want no opposition? You created your own opponents in your map. No.
She gonna piss a lot of religious people off with that one. They gotta come back. I know y'all coming back.
Look at Anne Hathaway's husband, and then you look at the paintings of William Shakespeare. They're identical.
Bro, you pull up the picture. It's eerie. Like how much they look alike.
Same face, same mouth, same eyebrow, same everything, bro. They look identical. Another fun fact is William Shakespeare's wife was called Anne Hathaway. She also looks the same. She looks exactly like that Anne Hathaway. It's insane.
I didn't even know she was married, I'll be honest.
Yeah, to William Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Damn.
So y'all know one thing that always confused me about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama? So, don't you know when Michelle Obama was pregnant with her 2 daughters, right? There's no pictures on the web of her being pregnant, right? You can look it up right now. There's no pictures on of her being
Never seen it. And I seen somebody say that before, and I actually said the thought about it, I said, whoa.
Yeah, you never seen her pregnant, right?
No,
like one day she just ended up having a daughter. Like
that's having
2 daughters. And that's weird, bro, because you always see, they always put it on everywhere. Always. This person's pregnant, this person's pregnant.
So what makes her different?
What makes her different?
Probably that.
You know how George Bush be giving like candy to Michelle Obama? Like, and they laugh about it. So that's basically just like a reference to George Bush's dad giving Barack Obama candy as a kid. Because when he was a kid, Barack Obama's adopted dad, Lolo Sotura, he was like in connection with.
I never heard that one before. But damn. Dude was on his shit. He was on his shit, bro. He came with that one. Damn, I never heard that one before.
What do we know about giants? In the mid-18 to early 1900s, there were several articles published about giant skeleton remains that were found in those days. You might want to pause and read. Like I said, there's several. And some of these were actually posted by the New York Times. This one's actually an article of a man who found skeleton remains of a giant on his property and refused to sell them.
As he should.
There are actually accounts of people in today's time of finding bones that look like human bones in large proportions. This is an actual skeleton found. And looking back to old depictions from ancient societies, you can clearly see that this is a giraffe. And look at these humans compared to this giraffe. Now this is what an average man would look like compared to a giraffe. Giants, you could also see in depictions such as this. Is that a child or is that a person compared to a giant? The Flathead Indians shared tales of amazingly strong giants with the Lewis and Clark expedition. These giants dominate the mythology of this tribe. There are numerous places in America alone where you can find footprints just like this, embedded in stone. Not to mention the numerous biblical stories about giants, and also other religions speaking of giants. Now we've all heard of giant reptiles, giant rodents. What about giant humans? You decide.
I think giants may have built the pyramids if aliens didn't. We
In the last
wiped them
40
from
years,
history.
4 out of every 1,000 people have vanished in the Alaskan Triangle, which may not sound like a lot, but it's actually twice the national average. Located in northern Alaska, this region is wild, and not many humans have explored it. It also is made up of very treacherous, icy tundra and mountains. One of the largest disappearances of military aircraft happened in the Alaskan Triangle in 1950. This is the C-54 Skymaster. It was carrying about 40 Air Force servicemen and 2 civilians from Anchorage to Montana when it mysteriously disappeared after checking in one last time. The search party was massive. 7,000 3,000 men were searching on ground and in the air. In that search, 3 additional planes crashed while searching for the original C-54. Even now, after 70 years, we have no idea where the plane crashed or what happened to it. They even launched a search in 2012 using modern technology to try and find the original plane, but nothing came up. This is just one example of a disappearance in the Alaska Triangle. There are a lot of theories discussing what could be causing these disappearances in the Alaska Triangle, beside it just having extremely dangerous and treacherous terrain. Of course, you've got the alien theory, but indigenous people of the Pacific Northwest coast of North America, the Tlingit and the Tsimshian, have their own ideas about why people are disappearing at such high rates in the Alaska Triangle. They believe some otters are shapeshifters. This is the Kushtaka, also known as the Otter Man of Alaska. Some people compare them to Bigfoot, but I think they're a lot more scary and sinister. The Kushtaka purposely disguises itself as someone that you know, a family or a friend, and pretends to be lost or injured. Or they show up when you're the one who's lost or injured and pretends like they're there to help you. And they lead you even deeper into the wild, before either tearing you apart or turning you into a Kushtaka too. And if that happens, your soul cannot reincarnate. So, all around, bad news. For more on Otterman, the Alaska Triangle, and all the other theories about these mysterious disappearances, check out episode 96 of my podcast called Night Classy.
I never heard of the Otter Man or whatever. I thought of, when they say they couldn't find a plane, I thought of the movie Fourth Kind. Because it happened in Nome, Alaska. And there's hella sightings and, you know, alien abductions. But I ain't thinking no Otter Man. I ain't think of that. That one got me. But I am about to do some research on Otter Man. That is what I'm about to do.
Okay, so this is footage from 2010. This was caught on CCTV by a woman who claims that she was abducted by aliens and subjected to numerous medical procedures. This footage was filmed in VB format, which makes it hard, if not impossible, to convert to PC. So it'd be extra hard to actually manipulate this footage. As you can see here, she suddenly appears to melt into the mattress and then reappears 13 minutes later. Watch closely and let me know what you think.
Oh yeah, they sunk in the bed and then came back. Something ain't right. Something ain't right there. Yeah, something ain't right. The whole
The
body.
Craziest Celebrity Conspiracy Theories Part 1. Britney Spears worked for George W. Bush. The conspiracy theory suggests that the reason why Britney had meltdowns or made poor decisions was to distract the public from the presidential mistakes made. For instance, her kiss with Madonna at the VMAs in 2003 was when Bush was under fire for his decisions in Iraq. Remember when she married her childhood friend Jason Alexander but was annulled 55 hours later? The theory claims this occurred to distract people from the indictment of Scooter Libby after he blew the cover of CIA agent Valerie Plame. In 2007, Bush announced the reformation of Al-Qaeda. The same night, Britney snuck out of rehab, shaved her head, and attacked a paparazzi van with an umbrella. The day before a midterm election in which Republicans could potentially lose 33 Senate seats and 435 House seats, Spears announces her split from Kevin Federline. Do you believe in this theory?
Why wouldn't she work for Bush? I mean, them coincidences don't add up to me. Like, yeah, there's people out there who could believe in that, believe what you want. Oh no, they was just coincidences. Them weren't coincidences to me. They wasn't. It just so happened you shave your head, you're running from rehab, you divorcing these men and getting annulled like in what 55 hours. Like, really? Come on, y'all probably are working together. Matter of fact, you know they are working together. They probably, both of them probably didn't travel to Epstein's Island and kicked it together before. Let's just be real. I'm just playing. Maybe.
Different shit that they're finding in the Amazon and in South America, and that there used to be 20 million people that live in the Amazon, and they
died off because of sickness. They were visited mostly, apparently Europeans when they came in like the 1500s, they would tell these incredible stories about these huge civilizations in the Amazon. But then when explorers came back 200 years later, there was nothing there. And they were like, this is crazy. They lied. They must have lied. But it turns out they didn't lie. What happened was smallpox ran through the fucking jungle and killed everybody.
We did it.
And then the jungle just overtook these cities, and now they're finding these cities with something called LiDAR. They use these planes, and they circle over this area, or helicopters, whatever the fuck they do, and they shoot this shit down, this LiDAR. It's like laser radar, and it gives you a detailed image of what's below the surface and what's there.
Shit.
And it shows them all these crazy structures, all these like roadways and irrigation systems and circles inside of a square. Like, it was villages and cities, and millions of people probably lived there. Fuck.
You want to bet the Europeans was the reason why the smallpox hit the village? You want to bet that, bro? You want to bet that when they came to that village, they left something that killed the village? Years later, some of their descendants, or some of the, came back and now rediscovering again the village they may have rediscovered prior to that. Just saying, man. That's not cool. I'm just saying, because you know, how's the smallpox get there? How did that sickness get there? We can't even go to certain islands now based off of we can transfer the common flu and, you know, put their life in jeopardy. Why wouldn't we be able, why did that happen then?
The Craziest Celebrity Conspiracy Theories Part 4. Tupac is still alive. Tupac Shakur died of gunshot wounds suffered in a drive-by shooting by rival gang members in 1996. But that's not what theorists believe. Instead, it is believed that Tupac and team heard about the planned murder and decided to fake his death before they got to him first. Even Suge Knight confirmed it in 2014. Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they the one that killed Tupac? Because Tupac not dead. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on an island. Suge is further involved in the story, as he was in the car with Tupac when the shooting happened, and of all 14 bullets that were fired, not a single one hit Suge. Shakur always protected himself in public due to another shooting 2 years before. On this occasion though, there was no vest in sight. Tupac's cremation was done the day after he died, in a private ceremony that Suge Knight reportedly paid $3 million to secure. However, the man who carried out the process allegedly disappeared, and has never been seen again. The coroner listed Tupac as 6 foot and 215 pounds, when he was actually 5 foot 10 and 168 pounds. A planned public memorial for Tupac was cancelled at the last minute, leaving Knight and the cremator who disappeared being the only people to have seen the dead body. So, do you believe that Tupac is still alive, or do you need more from the theory?
That story, that's what got me on these type of videos. I was a young kid when I heard that
Paiutes
story.
of Nevada have this ancient legend that they went to war against a ferocious enemy of red-haired cannibalistic giants known as Sitka. And they trapped these giants in a large cave, set it ablaze with fire. In 1883, Sarah Winnemucca, she was the daughter of the chief. She wrote a book called Life Among the Paiutes. She writes about the red-haired people eaters that her tribe exterminated. In 1911, a group of miners are digging out bat dung in this cave, and they start to discover countless artifacts and skeletons of giant proportion with red hair. This triggers the archaeologists to come out in 1912. They find donut-shaped notch-stone calendars, and they also start finding gigantic tools, weapon shafts, and skeletons. One looks like a weird humanoid, measured 6'6". There's a bunch of witnesses who say that they've seen the Lovelock skulls in a back room at the Humboldt Museum.
It's probably why they got wiped out, 'cause some of them was bad.
You know, it is a fact that animation film producers have been caught putting subliminal messages in their films. Let's check out a few from The Lion King. Here's an actual movie poster from the movie Lion King. You notice anything odd? Can you see it now? Oh, that's just a stretch of the imagination. I know some of you remember this scene. Could you not not see that, okay, maybe the quality wasn't that good. Haters gonna say I'm just connecting dots, but Disney actually addressed it and said that it said SFX, and it was an Easter egg. How about this scene? Pay attention to when she catches those two passion fruits. Now, did you catch that? That third one hits. Boom. I know, I'm reaching. How about this infamous scene from The Rescuers? Check the window. See that? Frame by frame. I know you could see what that was, and so could they, because they recalled 3.4 million copies of that movie. And they claim it was done after production by one person. You guys see anything sketchy about this? Okay, let's keep going. The thing is, a lot of stuff they do is very subtle and goes right over your head. You can clearly see what that is. And the thing is, with a lot of this stuff, it got altered so only old versions of the copies have the subliminal messages. Forgot to mention that Walt Disney literally has 666 in its name, but that's just coincidence. But they're not the only ones in on it. So apparently there's a fish in SpongeBob with a fin below his waist seen in multiple episodes. I don't know if you can see it over there. Let's not mention the fact that they live in the Bikini Bottom and he works at the Krusty Krab. Okay, now I know this isn't Nickelodeon, but have you seen this?
I'm just an angel in the sky.
Catch that? Waist level. How about this? You know what that looks like. Try to reach into the subconscious. I know people are going to say that I'm just connecting dots, whatever. The thing is, there's too many examples of this. I literally could show you more.
I've seen the Disney one before. I watched a whole long video of the Disney one. And that one was starting to get a little bit borderline weird because it let me down into seeing stories about actual Disney, like the Disneyland. Not to mention, I did see something on the Rugrats true story. If y'all haven't, man, go check that out. If y'all have, drop it in the comments. Let me know y'all have.
Our economy, called Chancellor of the Exchequer. His name's Rishi Sunak. He put out this video saying that what they want to do is bring in this thing called the central banking digital currency. They want to replace fiat paper money with digital money as a competitor to Bitcoin and crypto money, right? But instead of being decentralized currency, it will be controlled by a government. It's digital currency, but controlled centrally by banks, Bank of England. So instead of having a bank account with whatever, HSBC or Bank of America, you'll have a bank account directly within the American context with the Fed. In the UK, directly with the Bank of England. You have a personal bank account, and you're given digital money in that bank account. These are called central banking digital currencies. The Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK has already announced their intention to do this as the G7 group. And these, if you look up...
this sounds terrifying.
If you look up the Telegraph newspaper...
central bank digital currency, is that the one?
Digital currency should be programmable. See that one there? Yeah? Now what they're doing is they're saying... You know, everyone knows that with inflation at over 5%, it's now 5.4%, right? Our fiat money, the paper money, is increasingly becoming worthless, and we're heading towards a big disaster. The Fed wants to raise interest rates. We're in so much debt that if you raise interest rates, people are going to suffer because everyone, we're living on debt as Western economies. So they realise that this kind of the lifespan of paper money is fast coming to an end because of the 2008 economic crash in particular. So they're bringing in these central banking digital currencies. Why is that word programmable in there? So what they said in that article, and the Chancellor put a video out saying this as well, they've said that this money that you will earn from work, instead of having paper money, you have this digital money. It's programmable so that you can't buy certain foods, or if you do something that your employer doesn't like, it's all in that article. You won't be able to spend your money. In other words, it's not money. They're vouchers. They're like food vouchers. And they can be programmed so that, like the Chinese social credit system, that if you try and use them on a certain thing, it won't work. You say you want to buy a burger and they want you to buy bucks, which is one of the examples used. If you start to try and buy unhealthy meat, it just won't work. You tap your card, you can't buy the thing because you've met your quota that month of burgers. You have to buy something like a vegan meal.
So it won't just be money in the sense of the way we have dollars or pounds today.
Yeah.
It'll be something that's controlled in terms of your ability to distribute it.
Which is why I'm calling it a voucher. It's a coupon.
But even a coupon, if you have a coupon to buy bread, you can still buy the bread. Like, there's
But you can't buy, see, that coupon to buy bread, what you can't do is buy a burger with that coupon. It's for bread.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. Do you feel like you're sounding the alarm
Yes.
for people that don't understand what is going on?
So here, I'll pull it up for you here, yeah? So there's the video.
The group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for...
What they doing is trying to control it all, bro. The water, the food, the healthcare, the stuff they give us to put in our body. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, they want total control, bro. That's what they trying to do. And until we wake up as a collective, bro, I'm telling you, I know how I'm going out. We ain't going out like that. Nah, bro. Cause I refuse to leave this planet and let my children and my generations have to suffer with people like that. So if I gotta sacrifice it, I'ma sacrifice it. Straight up. Because you trying to give me a voucher when I went to work for this? You tripping, bruh. You tripping.
Okay, this is really getting interesting because this guy said the same exact thing that you said. The video is gone. What if they found Moses' tomb? That's what I'm really thinking, y'all. Let's go.
Yesterday, that was this archaeologist who was literally from Utah. I could see the mountains right behind her, and she was digging up something. And then it showed it. It was a 9,000-year-old mummy that they had tested. They had just got back the DNA results right when they announced it. That was yesterday. Fast forward to today. That video is gone. Then I got to thinking, why would that matter if there's a 9,000-year-old mummy that was found in Salt Lake City, Utah? Then it dawned on me. Because that would mean that the entire foundation of a whole organization that we're not going to mention is false. Let me find out those mummies are black too. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to keep you guys updated with all the information. As a resident of Utah, I got to say it's a proud moment for our state. Yo!
They ain't want that hitting the public. If that hit the public, then everything that you taught us is now no longer true. And people like us, my uncle always told me, he used to always be like, be grateful that you can see things for what they are and that you tapped in. Because to the people who are not tapped in, when they finally figure out that this was all a game and what they was told was lies, or whatever they was told was just way from the truth, they gonna be more mad than us because we already saw it. So things that we've already, them phases we already done hit, the people who ain't there or ain't tapped in yet or ain't woke enough or haven't lived a certain time, a long enough time to see what's really real, they're gonna be more mad than we is. We gonna be like, yo, y'all mad? They gonna be hot. I'm talking about like they gonna be out their mind, tripping. But yeah, that's my take on that last one. But this was a little longer video. If you stayed through it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you got any input, go ahead and drop it in the comments for me. I'll try to get back to it as soon as possible. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell so you're always notified, because a lot of y'all haven't been hitting that bell. So I need y'all to be notified when we drop, because lately we've been dropping every single day. And I need y'all to let me know what times y'all be looking out for the videos. Do y'all want them in the mornings? Y'all want them in the mornings? Rephrase my language, man. Rephrase my language. I gotta remember that. Do y'all want it early in the day? Y'all want it in like around 12 p.m. lunchtime? Y'all want it in like later in the days when y'all off work and stuff? Let me know when y'all want videos to drop. Now I'll make sure that I start dropping them at that certain time. But no further ado, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. We out of here. Gone.